Hello, successful people.
Welcome to the Iron Fire Success Channel.
The channel where we give you the information, motivation, and inspiration you need to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals and dreams.
I'm DK.
And I'm Mo.
Welcome back to our subscribers. We really appreciate your support.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome.
In today's video, it's part 3 of our electrical series. Part 1 was how to make an electrical plan. Part 2 was your low voltage needs. And today we're going to show you what we selected for our lighting, our low voltage, and some of the things we asked for in a change order and what happened. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's take a look. Our first stop in our electrical plan was our lighting. So here we are coming into a hallway off of our garage. You can see in the ceiling you have the black box and you have this blue like box casing, and then coming down here we have another light where that blue cap is. So pretty much in every area we made sure we had ample lighting in hallways and also in the ceiling of every room. I'm in the guest room now and you can see the blue casing, and then this black one here is also for the flush mount lights in the ceiling. In the middle here we made sure that we had pre-wiring for ceiling fans. Can we talk about some of the reasons why you would want to tell the builder when you're going to have ceiling fans?
Well, the reason you'd want to do that is because you want to make sure they put in a reinforced bracket. You can see in the guest room, and we're in the game room right now, but you can see that that bracket in the middle is reinforced so that it can actually hold the ceiling fan, the weight of the ceiling fan rather.
Yes, so I'm in the game room now. We have made sure we have ample lighting around the perimeter. We also have lighting here. You see that bracket that's above. This is going to be a bar here in front of this window.
And one thing I should also add about that bracket, when you have spaces that are wide and you want the light to be placed in a certain place, they actually use that bar where you can slide that fixture along it so that the actual light can sit in the right place.
Okay, let's look at some of the lighting choices we made around the rest of the house. What you don't see here, what you should see here, is some more lighting, because this has the appearance that we're going to have one light in the middle of this pop-up here in the dining room, but actually we're going to have multiple lights. That's one of the things that they need to fix, which are supposed to be fixing the next week. Here in the ceiling, you can see all the lighting we put in the kitchen. We also chose under cabinet lighting for our cabinets in the kitchen and the pantry. Let's see here. Now we're in the great room. You can see we have lighting all around the perimeter, as well as you see this bracket for the ceiling fan is a little bit different. That's more heavy duty because we're going to have a heavier fan in that room. Let's skip to some of a lighting choice that we made in our master bedroom, because the rest of it is really much the same. The 4 lights in the middle and a ceiling fan in the middle. But here, look straight ahead where you see this one blue casing there, followed by this next blue casing here. That's because we decided to get pendant lights. Let me come back this way so you can see that. There's going to be pendant lights hanging down on either side on this side of the room. So we had to decide where we wanted that to be. Now, let's see, any other lighting choices? Well, let me go into what is going to be the master bathroom, because we also made sure we had ample lighting in here, as well as, you see this bracket, that's going to be a light that's going to hang over the bathtub. It just needs to be moved because this whole bathroom is going to need to be redone a little bit and move the position of the bathtub. That's your over vanity light. And we also have 2 lights. There's 1 and 2 in our closet. This is a closet area we're in. So pretty much that's most of the lighting choices we made. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, let's talk about switches since we're talking about lighting. Let me walk into this 1-car garage and turn around here. And we're gonna look at the switches and the placement of the switches. So if you wanna talk about that, Mo.
Yeah, so notice we have two switches here. One of these these switches will be to turn on the lights here in the garage. We have light in the center, and then one will be for 2 lights on the side.
Lights here, okay. So you put switches here because you were thinking about walking in the door here.
Correct. Coming into the door, of course, we have switches for those lights on this side of the door, but also we wanted to be able to turn on the lights for our utility room and for the hallway as well. Moving to the end of the hallway, we didn't want to have to walk back to the 1-car garage or back to that panel to turn off the lights, so we put switches here. And these are some of the things we talked about in the previous videos as well that you should take note of. So we did that through the entire house. You come in, you're able to switch the lights on, you go to the other end, and you can switch the lights off.
Good idea. Okay, you're gonna continue in this room or you're gonna go?
Let's go down the hallway.
Okay.
So we have a switch here for the hallway.
See those hallway lights up here? Okay.
Moving to this end, we have switches here. So this is the double switch. One will be for the hallway, the other will be for the vestibule area there.
Okay. What about all of this going on by the front door? What is this for?
So these switches would be for, let me make sure I get this right, because we have a lot going on
I mean,
here.
it's not okay. It's okay if it's not, you don't remember everything.
So some of these will be for the outside switches, and the others
The outside lights?
The outside lights, yeah. So we have
Okay.
outside lights and then the internal lights, so that when we're coming in, we're able to turn on the lights in the great room independently, and here in the foyer area as well.
Okay, because we have lights that are going to be up here. See, way up there. We're gonna have
They're
lights
way up
there
there.
too, yeah.
Those lights are actually like 14 feet.
Okay. Wait, let's get a look at the scripture we have here written. But for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Okay, so looking at this sliding glass door, we see here on the left side, we also have a lot of switches. And on the right side, we also have a lot of switches. And over here where Mo is standing, we have a lot of switches. So I think they get the idea here that we put all of these switches here because we did not want to walk very far to turn anything on or off.
Yeah, the ideal situation is to imagine that you're walking through your home and you're walking from one end of a room to the other, and you don't want to have to walk back to switch lights on or off.
Yes. Let's show them something about this framing situation and this door. You see those switches there on the left-hand side of the door? How they're stacked like that? In the drawing, right, Mo, we didn't ask for it to be that way.
Correct. In our original drawing, the original plan, they were over here. But because of the framing and by code, the way this had to be framed, we actually had, well, the builder, or the electrician actually had to put them on this side, and they actually had to stack them because we initially had, I think, a 5 and a 2 or something like that, switch panels for this particular location.
Okay, so it really would have been more like this, where you had them all lined up.
Correct.
And even here, there's still space, but on the other side of this door, there just wasn't room to do that.
Correct.
Okay, so since we've covered our switches pretty well, let's talk about the outlets. Now, as I'm moving through the house, you can see here, the outlet situation is pretty good. We have outlets pretty much everywhere. And let's talk about some of the places where you might not think to put outlets that we did. Here's one on the inside of a closet when you first come in. And we put outlets on the inside of every closet. Here's an outlet in the hallway. Another place we put outlets is in the bathroom, near the toilet. Okay, why did we do that, Mo?
Well, we put the outlets next to the toilets. Maybe we should save that as a surprise for a later video, but we put outlets next to the toilets because we are actually going to order bidets that fit on top of the regular toilet seat.
Yeah, we might have to show an example and explain to people what that is, because it's not something that we knew about until I went over to my cousin's house and saw that they did it.
Yes.
So we'll put up a picture so that you can see what that is. But pretty much one of the functions is a heated toilet seat. And let me tell you, once you experience that, you will not go back. Okay, and so we put one. Oh, you can't see it in here because there's a door in there. Any of the other places we put, oh, let's go outside to the patio because we could show the outlets that we put out here. You see as we walk along this wall, we have an outlet here. We don't have one there. We have an outlet here.
And then one on the other end.
And then one, you can see that here. Mo also had them put this spout for a hose here on the patio.
Right. Oh, the TV.
So now we're going to talk about, that's a low voltage item.
Okay.
So I might as well talk about it since you brought it up. There is, if you could see, the low voltage hookup for the television. We're going to have a smart TV. So we have the Cat 6 wiring and the plug. Let's then get into low voltage and other places in the house. So we're moving from talking about outlets to talking about low voltage. So your low voltage, as you learned, is all of your communications and audio networking in your home. So for example, here we have the Cat 6 and an outlet right above the fireplace where we know the TV is going to be. Other things we did involving low voltage is that in rooms that we know we're going to use as offices, we have a Cat 6 here towards the bottom of the wall so we can plug in the computer. There's the floor outlet we put in this room. And we also have a Cat 6 on the wall. This is where the TV is going to be. And we did the same thing in this other room. That's a bedroom that can be used as an office. There's the Cat 6 there. And there we have it on the wall for the TVs. So we decided to do a Cat 6 and an outlet in every room, right, Mo? Yes. That could be a bedroom. Here in this room too, we did it. Cat 6 and an outlet. What we can't see, which I don't think there's a good way to show it, is that we did outlets in the soffits, which can be used to hang up Christmas lights. I don't want to fall down here to my peril, but can you see that there? That outlet there? And this gimbal is doing its own thing because I'm changing the directions, so maybe that won't work. But we have outlets in the soffits. That's kind of like their Christmas lighting package. Oh, one thing I also forgot is we put outlets, extra outlets in our utility room. So now I'm getting into the things that we did by a change order because we thought of them after we had already made our decisions, initial decisions, right? Such as we wanted outlet, here's inside of the closet in the utility room. We did that by a change order. You see this outlet here close to the wall, which is going to be under the sink, close to the bottom of the wall, which is going to be under the sink area here. Because our design plan, we're going to have a counter here on the left side of this room that doesn't have cabinets. It's going to be open. And so what we wanted was an outlet toward the bottom of the wall, and there's supposed to be one on the other side here, and you see there isn't. That's one of the things that's going to need to get fixed. But the idea is that you can plug in appliances in many places if you make sure you have outlets in closets, and you have some underneath the counter free space to be able to put an outlet. Now those are things, oh, which I forgot one more thing. I'm walking towards the master bedroom because we also, in a change order, the same change order, asked for outlets in our master bedroom closet. Was that part of a change order?
It wasn't part of the change order, but it was something that we asked for that you may not think of. We're doing a little pantry like that.
Okay, so this is the lights inside of the master bedroom closet. You see, the outlets rather. But let's continue with what was in the change order. The change order was the outlets in the utility room and additional outlets in here. We're in what is the master bathroom. And what we asked for were outlets inside of the vanity cabinets and outlets underneath. What you're looking at maybe are the outlets that should be, what do you think, inside or?
Inside, because they're floating. It depends on how high they are.
So they're missing some outlets underneath.
Underneath, yes.
Yeah. So one of the two is the case, and the same thing on this side, where there really should be two. The objective is that we wanted to be able to plug things in and have them sit inside of the vanity rather than have them sitting on the countertop of the vanity in the bathroom. One other thing I think we should show them, Mo, is our plug in the ceiling that we asked for in the game room, which is where I'm walking, because we liked the idea of having LED lights going around the top of the tray in the room, but we did not like the price associated with doing it through the builder. So there we go. That's the plug that is in the ceiling, which is right near this tray. And as I'm gonna move around so we can see this tray ceiling, the idea is that after this is done, the builder is going to put crown molding inside of this tray, which will hide the wires. But we have this outlet here where we can do our own LED lighting.
Right. That outlet cost us an additional $175, which is substantially cheaper than having the lighting installed by the builder.
Yes. And I believe that is the end of our low voltage choices. Cat 6, no cable, our specialty outlets. Here we are in the pantry where we asked for extra outlets, which we really didn't need that many, but you know, we asked for them anyway, so now we have them. And to give you an idea of how we arranged our light switches to make sure that when going in and out of rooms, we don't have to walk back and forth in order to turn off a light. Is there anything we forgot?
No, I think that is it. We're gonna have switches. Walls will be on either side of this countertop.
This is the kitchen wall where the sink is going to be.
So they still have some framing to do on either side, which is why you see those wires hanging there.
Okay.
And there will be light switches on either side.
Okay, so I think we are done. That is some of the design choices we made for lighting. Maybe there'll be things that you can think of when it comes to your low voltage and your lighting needs. And let's see if I can
Pre-wire for our sound system.
pre-wire for our sound system,
The
okay.
white wires are for sound.
Because we're gonna have two speakers here, right?
Yes,
Where that
yes.
black box is,
Two
right? That's
speakers.
part of your low voltage.
Yes. And we also have surround sound in the game room, which is pre-wired as well. And as Dee mentioned in previous videos and on the blog, you don't necessarily have to buy the system from the builder. You need only do the pre-wiring, which will save you headaches in the long run when it comes to wiring and installing.
Thank you for joining us today on a mini tour of the electrical choices we made in our new construction home.
And for more information about custom and semi-custom or just building a home, please go to our website and our blog at www.ironfiresuccess.com.
And as always,
Be peaceful and count your blessings.